Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his good friend and entrepreneur, Stratton Brown. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me on.
Awesome. I really appreciate you doing this with me. You're an entrepreneur. I'm an employee slash investor. So I like sharing things that move me and see how they how they feel to you. Cause I just get, it's like Rich Dad, Poor Dad to me, right? I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I want to be Robert Kiyosaki and Kim. You read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and you want to be Rich Dad. I just, I miss it and I still don't get it. So I want to read a quote to you from Grant Cardone and see how it hits you. Okay.
Okay.
So this one says, the loudest person in the room, in my experience, is always the weakest in the room.
I mean, it's a major ego problem when you have that issue with like social media. And I'm not a big fan of curbing what you do. It's okay to be confident, right? Because growing up, I grew up with very humble parents. So I was told me to be humble. But then I'd say that was a crutch to me in sports because you should never, ever, ever be humble in sports. Like to be like a true dominant winner. Kobe Bryant, never fucking humble. Tom Brady, never humble. Michael Jordan, never humble. Antonio Brown, never humble. Like I could name off all of the greatest people, and it's never, you should never, ever, ever be humble.
Okay.
Ever. But at the same time, you're going to go into rooms and you're going to say shit and puff out your chest. Like we talked about pulling up in a Lambo. Nobody cares about your Lamborghini, right? It's like what are you actually doing?
Right.
To where like, yes, you can be loud, but I'd say for most of the people who I'm associated with, I like to be with people who make and this is going to sound shitty, I like to be with people who make as much money as me, so I don't like a douche when I'm spending my money.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
You know what I'm like, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
I can just like live my life, and it's not about being humble. It's like, this is just what I want to do. These are my friends, and it's not like I'm trying to flex on people. Like I'm not trying to be an asshole.
Yeah, everybody in the room could do the same thing. That's the key.
Everybody in the room can do the same thing, so it's not me flexing. It's like, hey, let's go do this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hell yeah. Like, let's go do this. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But where if you are trying to flex on people in a room and you're trying to be really loud, well, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right? Are you helping them? Like most people only care. Are you going to help them? If you're just like saying shit that makes you feel like you have a big dick, then like, nope.
Nope.
What are you going to tell me that like, okay, cool, you make X amount. How did you do it?
Yeah.
What pivot points were there? Like all these things where I think you do need to be going to the masterminds is what keeps my ego in check. Because I go there and people are killing and it's like, ah, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple of things. So in my career, I was routinely in, president's clubs and all of these things, which meant I was in rooms either as somebody at the table or leaders above them that routinely made seven figures, right? Routinely. And it is very eye-opening as I look back at those meetings. Because one of the things in sales, right, when you have a quota and you have like 4 accounts, you can get lucky. You can, like, I remember one sales rep who did $1 million a year got lucky because the company that he had was getting bought. He was getting bought by Apple, and this company needed to do what's called a license true up, so that Apple wouldn't be overfringing on. Anyways, basically, the guy walked into making $1 million because he had the right account. He didn't do anything well. He was at President's Club, and boy, was he popping off, talking all kinds of smack. And 6 quarters later, he was fired because he never sold anything again. Right? I remember that vividly. Other things, I've been lucky enough to be in real estate groups and masterminds where the average net worth is 8 figures, not 7. And what I've noticed is the quietest people are the most, it's weird. It's really weird. The quiet ones are usually worth the most because they're listening.
Yeah, exactly. And like they're always learning, right? And it's never, I've yet to meet a super successful person like when you're in those rooms.
Yeah.
Who's like just trying to flex on everybody. Because like they try and learn from everyone.
Yeah, and they almost don't. I mean, like, if you ask them, they'll tell you, like, what are you worth?
Okay.
Oh, I'm worth 87.5. Like they know, but they're not going to come in like wearing it on their chest. It's just a weird, for me, it's the quietest ones are the ones I want to go, hey, I want to go talk to that guy, that lady, that person. It's really weird.
And I would say I'm louder, but like I'm only loud for like marketing purposes, right? But like when you get into those rooms.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Being loud to get marketing and attention in a world of social media where there's
Yeah.
1,000 things a second, you have to be loud. You got to be, controversial.
Hot takes, controversial.
Yeah. But when you're in a room with 8, 10, 50 other successful people, you'd be better served shutting the fuck up.
Hands down. And I'm trying to think of anyone who's like really loud. I don't, but then at the same time, if Jeff Bezos is loud, fuck it, bro, good on you.
Yeah. Like if you're the richest man on the planet, do what you want.
Right, if you really are killing it and you're loud, like, okay, yeah. But like most people, there's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
And if you're being loud in my room, the number one thing I'm questioning is like, why aren't you in the next room? Right.
Ooh, I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm always trying to get into the next room. I'm always like, I just got into a mastermind that I've been pushing to get into for a long time.
Okay.
And then
can you say the name or no?
No.
Okay, that's fine. I'll ask you off air. Fair enough. That's fine. There are some masterminds like that. I know that. Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Like if I'm ever like loud in there, I know everyone like
what is that?
Why are you here then? Like, why are you here then? You need to be in the next room. Yeah. Like you need to be in the higher room, growing. Because everyone in my world and the people I associate myself with are like growing, constantly growing. When we talk on the phone, but we're talking 45 minutes on how to make more fucking money.
Yeah.
Like that, we're talking 45 minutes of strategy, how to make more money, how's the family doing, but never, for me, whenever I don't tell a lot of people about how much money I make because I don't ever want to seem like I'm flexing.
Right.
The people I do tell is because I know they're like, hell yeah, bro. Well, have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about doing this? Yeah. Good job. Like when I talk to you, I'm always so excited when you tell me how much you're doing. Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. How can we grow that?
Yes.
How can we make more? How can we have a bigger impact?
Bigger impact.
That's the type of conversations I'm having to where I'm never, that's why I try not to talk about income.
Yeah, me too.
It rubs people the wrong way and most people hate you for it.
Yeah, you will never, I don't know, never is probably too strong a word, but I very, very, very rarely talk about any kind of numbers on my channel. Yep. I'll talk about it one-on-one, but I'm not going to it doesn't matter. I'm here for a positive impact. I talk about my positive impact score every Sunday on purpose without fail. And that's just, how am I impacting the world? It's not, none of those things have a dollar value to me. It's all about other people. So that's what's important to me.
Exactly. Yeah. But the whole numbers, because again, I'm ashamed at the amount of money I make compared to some of the people that I know. Like I feel dead broke. And so like, what am I doing talking about how much money I make?
You feel dead broke. You're in some big room.
I feel ashamed, right? Because like, again, I have a really close family friend whose company is worth over $300 million.
Nice.
Like what am I doing bragging about? I made X amount this year.
No, I agree.
My company did X amount this year. It's like, okay, like good job, bud. Nice little business.
Go double it. Yes. That's cute.
Like that's cute. Like, okay, like to where, I don't know, it just doesn't serve you. I don't think it ever really serves you to flex as far as income goes. I mean, yeah, if you're making charitable contributions and everything else, but there's always someone bigger and there's always someone doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. And most people don't care. Most people just want help. Yeah. Like, yeah, you did it, but okay, like, but how can you help me do it? Like, if you aren't doing that, everybody's so selfish and you should be.
Yeah.
That like, I don't care. Like, okay, you did that, but how?
Yeah. I like it. I like it, man. Well, I appreciate all these conversations. Always get wealth of knowledge from you. I appreciate you. How can people follow you and be part of your world?
You can follow me on Instagram at Strat Daddy, TikTok Strat Brown, YouTube Strat Brown, and I have a podcast called the Winning Move Podcast.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mike.